Hello, Laurie. It's Phil from Praizion. Thanks for your question. Let me just address it in such a way that other folks will be able to benefit from it. So your question is regarding the ubiquitous start to finish relationship, which is very, very tricky. The start to finish relationship, as you noted, can be exemplified in images such as this. So let's say we have a night guard, and let's call it night guard Y, right? And night guard Y, of course, works the night shift. And let's say we also have a day guard, and let's call the day guard Z, for example. Now, the way this relationship works between any two tasks, be it task A and task B, or task B and task C, or task C and task D, don't get hung up with what we call the name, and don't get hung up with what we call first shift, second shift. It all has to do with the relationship between these two entities and the tasks that they're working on. Okay? So we have the night guard working on task Y, the day guard working on task Z. If we have a start to finish relationship in any scenario, one has to be the driver. And the big question is often, which is the driver? Is it Y or is it Z? In this relationship between night guards and day guards, it's an unending relationship. And I'm going to show you two examples of how this could be looked at. We could say until the day guard shows up to take over at 7 a.m. in the morning, the night guard cannot finish. Do you see that? Unless the day guard Z starts, and I'm going to put an S here for start. Unless the day guard starts, the night guard cannot finish. Unless the day guard starts, look at how I'm going to draw the arrow now. Let me draw the arrow using a different color. Unless the day guard starts, are you looking? The night guard cannot finish. That's a start to finish relationship. The finish of the night guard is dependent on the start of the day guard. It's a start to finish relationship. Now, you know that when you start, the arrow has to be here at the beginning of the rectangle, the left side of the rectangle. When we're talking about finish, the arrow would point to the finish. So let me say that again. The arrow originates from the start, the left side of the rectangle for Z, and it ends on the right side, right? So we often see a start and a finish in any of these rectangles, which are meant to show you tasks. So in that same vein, I could have a start to finish relationship with Z being the driver of Y. But watch this. We're going to do this. We're going to make this relationship dependent on something else. Because in most of these situations, the night guard needs to show up before the day guard leaves. So we can also show that relationship. Let me show you what that relationship would look like. So let's say we had a start to finish relationship in which the night guard must start before the day guard can finish. We could have an arrow originating from here. See where the arrow's going? And ending there. This is a start to finish relationship in the reverse. You see? So it really depends on the scenario, on the question, which one is the driver, which one is being driven. In this case, Y is driving Z. Y must start before Z can end. Okay? Now I'm going to combine them in one image so you see both of them together, and it probably will make sense from here. Let's use this orange. Let's do a start to finish relationship with Z being the driver. If Z is the driver, start from here and go over there. See? So 2 tasks, same relationship, but changed, making one the driver and the other the driven. And for that reason, if I said night guard 1 must start before night guard 2 can finish, then that's okay. Or if I said night guard 2 must start before night guard 1 can finish, there's nothing bad in that either. It really depends on what you're trying to convey, but always look out for the direction of the arrow and always look out for the terminology and the definition that's used. If we say start to finish between Y and Z, usually they mean Y must start before Z can finish, the blue one. If someone says a start to finish relationship between Z and Y, then they mean Z must start before Y can finish, which is the orange one. So I hope that helps. It does get a little bit tricky, but always look for where the arrow is coming from and where it's going to, and which one is driving and which one is driven. So in that regard, the PMBOK guide is right, our book is right, but we reversed it such that you look at the other one as the driver and the other one as the driven, if you get what I mean. Anyway, let me know if you have any further questions. I hope that helps. Bye for now.